The liberation of the Luhansk People's Republic has been fully completed.
Even Oleg Seryov was stunned by that. "I don't get it, liberated for the fourth time," he wrote on his Telegram channel. "Let me remind you that Russians have been announcing the complete liberation of the LPR since 2022, and the first to say this was former Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu.
At present, the offensive of the combined group of forces and military units is being conducted in all directions.
In the western Zaporizhzhia direction, the situation continues to deteriorate for the Russian side. Ukrainian forces are not abandoning attempts to counterattack along the Stepnohursk-Pavlivka line. The enemy is steadily breaking through the defenses of Russian units, which themselves had been advancing here since last year. At this point, the Russian side risks losing all the progress it has made in advancing towards Zaporizhzhia.
And while Gerasimov is embarrassing himself and talking about non-existent victories, even employees of Russian state propaganda are openly admitting that, in reality, the Russian army has very serious problems and is simply no longer capable of advancing effectively.
In order to move forward, we need to attack effectively. To attack effectively, according to any military calculations, we need to have 5 times more forces than the opponent we are fighting. We need 5 times more personnel than the armed forces of Ukraine. We need 5 times more artillery than the armed forces of Ukraine. We need 5 times the war budget compared to the armed forces of Ukraine. We need 5 times more drones, 5 times more ammunition, of any kind. Right now, we don't have enough. Well, let's put it this way. There's a shortage everywhere you look.
What I want to say is that when you can't even get your drones to the launch point because you'll most likely get destroyed while transporting them there on the ground, that's really the issue we are talking about. In other words, we're in a phase of technological lag because at this stage they've outpaced us. They can fly farther, and they fly farther because their communications are better. And of course, a huge role in this is played by the fact that they have Starlink, and we do not.